Lava Java, Tailors of Harrogate. Yo! What's happening, guys? Back again, and this time I'm trying to sneak in a cheeky little hot tent camp because it is coming to the end of hot tenting season for this year so far. We are in spring, as I mentioned before. Only reason is because on an evening it is a little bit cooler still, but through the day it's warm. It's just annoying. It's one of them, innit, where you're like, oh yeah, pottering about, you don't know what to wear yet again, so you're putting on bare minimum and then you're freezing in the evening. So I'm just going to squeeze it in for tonight, stay warm for tonight, because it looks like on the weather app for next week it's going to warm up again in the evenings a little bit. So I'm hoping to venture a little bit further and do some other little bits with views, which should be good. Sun's out, guns out today. So, and also my little friend, the Sty from last time, he's started to disappear now, not showing his face. He's had enough of stress. So, can't handle it, can he? So yeah, it's been good all in all, finally getting rid of it. I don't like a stroke victim now in the morning as much. But yeah, so hot tent camp in my favourite hot tent at one of my favourite locations, so it should be peaceful, quiet and serene. So I'm just making my way now to the spot where we'll pitch up. Got some nice food for tonight. And also, I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the way I'm doing this content now. I want it to feel like you guys are with me and get to know me at the same time. So, why not? Change is a good thing, as they keep telling me. Don't like it though. Anyway, come on, let's crack on. So on this trip, I've brought my favourite hot tent so far, and it's the Naturehike massif solo tent. That's the one person version, and it's amazing. So let's get it up. Got all them poles. Ooh, Jigsaw City. It's not too bad to do really. These are all connected into one like point. Easy enough to do. And this is one that creates the room where you're going to be sleeping. So, sleeve down here. Straight in there like that. Clip it on one so I can bend it over. And then just clip it up. As easy as that. And then you can see it just sort of pulls all this loose material out, and this is where your bed area is. So then, just a small one, like I say, ball joint clicks in. And we click it on, holds it in place that way. Whereas some other tents, it doesn't do that, it doesn't hold it in place. So you can see, ball joint holds in. We'll just clip the other ones on. Pretty straightforward, and there we go. Boom. So I have had a viewer message me on one of my old videos regarding this tent, and it's something that I've been using since, and I think it's a good idea what they were saying. So I totally understand what you were getting at. So it's got like a, shall we say, it's like a brace that goes across the tent doorway. So when you peg it out, you're not pegging it too far apart and the door won't close. But once you've got it pegged, you can take this off to prevent, like, let's say me tripping, falling face first onto my stove, scorching my face and probably dying. So yeah, it's quite a useful tip. And it's just like a little toggle in the corner that you undo. And it goes away, tuck it underneath the inner, and it's out of the way, and you've just got free floor to come in and out. And you can sort of do it where the inner is as well, you know, to stop you tripping into your inner. So yeah, I think it's good. I'll bring you closer up so you can see it. So I don't know how well you can make this out. Ignore this clip here, because this clip's for the door so that you can vent the door, because the door fastens into there, and then you can unzip it and vent out a bit of heat if you need to, or if you're cooking in there with gas. But there's this like metal ring with a toggle. So literally, you just pull it to loosen it. It just pops out. You throw it out the way. So let's get the mat inflated and get it all cosy in here. Get it all set up ready for tonight. And to the viewer, the subscriber, I'm assuming you're a subscriber, thanks for that tip. Cheers, bud. I appreciate it. Let's get her inflated. Bit of inflation. Cost of living inflation. So we're just getting the stove put together now, then we can get it in there. I tell you what though, it has got a bit cold with that breeze. Yeah, a bit nippy with that breeze. I had to put that back on. But yeah, we'll get this stove up. I am going to need to process some wood. But simple as that, stove together. So we just need to put the damper on. So yeah, it is warming up, like I say. I mean, you can see the sun's out, so we're getting there slowly, aren't we? But yeah, I've got a little plan for a spot that I used to go walking. I mean, I haven't done a video of me walking there, so it'll be a new spot for you guys to see. But it's really good. I'll let you know actually I've got a little name for it, because there is a spot there, and I call it Pride Rock. Yeah, I thought I'd just let you know what it's called. I mean, you'll see when we get there why it's called that, but that will be in a future video, weather dependent. Because if we can get a day like today, you'll love it. And it's not too far to walk. But yeah, it's called Pride Rock. It's basically, I've named it from Lion King. So if you've seen the Lion King movie, you've seen Pride Rock, where Simba gets held up. That's why. It's like that. There's a spot there like that. So you'll just have to stay tuned for the future video, and you'll see what it's like there. So let's get this baby rolled out. Honestly, they're so simple, these, to do really. If you haven't watched my video yet, how to do a stove flue, because I get it can probably be overwhelming for some people, you know, getting these stoves, because they probably think it's not worth it. Too much messing about with flue, or it doesn't look sturdy enough. They are sturdy, honestly. You'll be surprised. They are sturdy. Got a lot of creosote on this. But yeah, don't be overwhelmed by it. If you want to get out and get hot tent camping, just do it. Just get one and refer back to my video playlist in the how-to playlist. If you're struggling to find the video, just go to the how-to playlist and you'll see the stovepipe rolling. And just do it, because I'm telling you now, when you hot tent camp in cold weather, it's just a game changer. Absolute game changer. Like, I mean, it's not really cold weather at the minute for me, but it is dropping a little bit cooler at night, and I like to sit up sometimes and just relax. And I'll be honest, on my last camp it did get quite cold. So, and I want in a hot tent. But yeah, if you want to do it, just do it. And I'd advise getting something like a Pomoly stove. If I ever come across any other brands that match it, then I'll just let you know. I've seen some out there. I don't know whether I'll try them or not, but we'll see. Right, let's get this pipe on and stove in tent. So, it's coffee time, get a bit of energy and warm up because it is a little bit chilly now. Breeze is just blowing straight through here, but luckily the door's nowhere near that on tent. But yeah, get our hands warmed up a little bit and just enjoy this with sun beaming down. Tiniest bit of vitamin D I'm ever going to get this year probably. But yeah, easy coffee today. So I've gone for the coffee bags. So this is Taylor's Hot Mr. Lava Java coffee bags, roast 6. So it's like a tea bag, like a mesh papery bag that's got properly ground coffee grinds in it. I think I've tried it before. Can't remember. I think I tried it in like a B&B that I stayed in. And that's what made me think, oh, I'm going to get some of them. But yeah, hot lava java. Mr. Lava Java. That's it. You guys can see it. Hot lava java. Tailors of Harrogate. Tailors of Harrogate. Very fancy and posh down here. So it says on the back, bag into mug, add boiled, not boiling, water. Stir and squeeze it like you mean it. Leave for 2 full mins. Another ferocious squeeze. 1 more squeeze for luck and enjoy. You think they're funny? That'd be funny with me. It's not a game in this coffee business. Can't be having laughs and jokes about this coffee. It's some serious shizney is this, isn't it? Cinematic coffees. Right, so let me get this gas stove on here first of all. And I tell you what as well, I've brought, it's one of them is this, I've brought that stand for it, the pot stand, you know, just so I'm not bending down and that. But I'll be honest with you, I'm probably going to use it quite a bit because it's new and I'm really liking it. The fire maple pot stand, this bad boy. You do, don't you, when you get new gear, you just end up using it and overusing it just to justify buying it. But I'll be honest with you, this is really good anyway, and I won't lie to you guys, just wouldn't do it. I am willing to take the backlash from Billy bullshitting it. So we'll get the legs on, we'll get the stove in, and we'll try these coffee bags. We can enjoy a bit of this sun. That's what I wanted to ask you guys. So I want everyone to let me know who's watching. What's your preferred method for making coffee, or your preferred coffee? Because obviously I'd say mine's press style, and I do prefer a latte, but in the woods, if I'm not having a latte, because I ain't messing about bringing milk and that, I prefer a press. French press. But I have seen a lot of people using the AeroPress. What do you guys think to that? Have any of you used it? The AeroPress. It looks quite snazzy, doesn't it? Where it's just using pressure to force it through. But I don't know. I was considering getting it at one point, but it just seems like a lot to carry and mess about with. And I like a full cup, so like 350 millilitres of coffee, not just a little tiny shot of it, you know. So I don't know. Just let me know your thoughts. I'm not too sure about that one. So it'd be good to see what you guys think. Let's get these in here. Yeah, the AeroPress. But yeah, my preferred method's just a French press. I like it. Look at this, eh? Brought the smaller gas can this time, haven't we? Right, it's just making sure I've got this in right. That's it. Just a way to get it in so that it's sat nice. There we go. I can sort of jam it into the ground there as well. Right, let's get this going. I've already filled this up with water. Bit of a breeze though, we'll see how we get on. I know I've got my tent stove, but I brought this just for easy use because I don't want to be getting stove going yet. Far too early to get fire going into the stove. And I've got to get all wood processed, so I won't messing about with that one. So let's have a look at this coffee bag. It's quite nice, is this coffee bag, you know. It's alright. It's got a bit of a weird taste to it. It's not quite as coffee tasting, if you know what I mean. Like, I mean, maybe I could have steeped it a little bit longer, but yeah, it's got a bit of a weird taste. I mean, it's alright. I've had this coffee as beans before and ground it myself. It tastes alright. I wonder if the taste of like the bag or something. But for convenience, you're still getting your caffeine out of it, you're still getting that coffee flavour and that warmth, so can't be argued with. Still, I prefer the press, the French press. But I am thinking about the AeroPress. It's just, is it going to be worth it? I mean, I like this cup. I know they do like an AeroPress Go or something where it comes with a cup, but they do. I think they've just done one with an insulated cup, but I don't know how much coffee you're going to get into it. I don't know. It is one of them. But for now, I'm going to enjoy this coffee, chill out, and I'll bring you guys back when I think maybe it'll be time for wood cutting. Right, we've got quite a bit of wood here to process. It's all cherry. You can tell it's cherry because it looks just like birch but with darker bark on it. Show you one here. A bit of cherry wood. It burns quite hot, does that as well. I think last time I used it, it burnt with like a bright white flame. It was red hot. So get some of this split up. And then, I was considering a campfire, but do you know what? I can't be bothered. And it's quite windy. It's just going to burn through wood. So it's probably not best bet, is it? So, I'll write that one off, I think. I'll just chill out with stove. That's what it's there for, isn't it? Split some of this up. It is quite knotty though. It's quite knotty. So I'd finished processing wood and I just thought, do you know what? Let's go for a bit of a mooch. Why not, eh? Why not? Take you guys with me. Because if you're quiet enough in here, you can see like deer and stuff just running around or scuttling about. So let's just see what we see when we see it. You know what I'm saying? I do like this woods. Just something about pine forest that's just relaxing and chilling. I think it's so built up, you just feel safe. Till trees start going down and then you fear for your life with wind. It's one of them, innit? You can't win. Because if you look here, you should be able to see there's a load of trees here that have gone down in wind at some point. It's a right mess. So yeah, you've just got to make sure that you're careful. I'm short name for them's Widowmakers, isn't it? Oh well. As long as you're smart about where you choose to camp. Yeah, look, better see it here. I mean, they've been down for a while though. Not much goes down here anymore because there's just big trees. They all just sort of land on each other if they're gonna go, or just hit each other. Let's go down this way. Sun's still out a bit. It is going down, but very slowly compared to what it has been. It's been ridiculous, hasn't it? I can't seem to see out. There's obviously where landowners been up here cutting trees and stuff. Better see here. Landowners been cutting some trees down, causing a scene like Mr. Bean. I know it's landowner and that, but I don't like to see it, me. It's a shame, innit? Especially when it's a decent woods. Then someone comes and just sort of takes fun away. I mean, it could be for safety, or it could just be money maker, I don't know. Hey up. Well, there's been cutting trees down, they've left rubbish. It's not good, is it? Can't be having that. Water bottle. I'll have to take that with me, water. Can't believe in that lying around. It's not good. It's just not good. And you can see it all. All trees cut. So there's a bit of blue tarp down there as well. But yeah, look at this side. Just see it going right up. There's a couple of caves up there as well. I have got a cave camp planned at some point. I'm going to do it in warmer weather though, because it's quite cold. Even just, it's like an overhang cave. So even just in an overhang it's cold, because there's an hole that you can go down into, and it does draw a bit of cold air through. But yeah, look at that there. Looks beautiful, that, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what we like, is that. Look at this big old birth of a tree. It's been here for some time, hasn't it, this one? Yeah. It's weird because you don't see many trees like them Down here it just tends to be pine and the odd birch. Then you do get these big daddies. Big daddy. Right, can't see out, so I think I'm just going to get back to camp. I'm not ready for food yet, so I'll get back to camp. I don't know if I'll have a brew. A woke green tea. Suit you, sir. I don't know, we'll see. I'm just enjoying chilling. I'll be honest with you, it's nice just to sit in silence, you know, away from rat race. So that's what I've been doing, just enjoying that. But I thought I'll just go for a mooch and see what I can see. Because every now and again you can see deer. Look at this. Got myself a little mini chopping board. Right, let's get back to camp. Cheers, guys. Oh, I absolutely can't wait until it's proper warmer weather to have a brewski, because it just feels more deserved when it's warm weather. Bit of a sunbathe on go. Yeah, I like it. I was going to cook on stove tonight, but then I'm just thinking I might cook outside. Do you know, less mess, won't it? Less cramped as well. I mean, I'm not saying it's a small tent, because it's not, but it's just easier. If it's decent weather, I might as well just cook out here, aren't I? I'll find a little spot to cook. Oh, excuse moi. Yeah, I don't know whether to cook where I just had my coffee. Just cook there. 'Cause I ain't got breakfast. I've just brought my my tea. So yeah, I might just cook outside and enjoy weather while it's still half decent. So I've got all firewood prepped. Everything's nice and organised in there now. So, like I say, I'm going to leave it as late as I can as well before I light the stove, because what's pointless wasting all wood in it and getting it going if I'm going to be sat outside. So we'll get that going at some point. But yeah, I'm just enjoying this Northern Monk tank petrol IPA. I think I've had it before when I were camping down by water. It's not too bad. I do feel like IPAs in that spare. And as much as I prefer like my Dead Man's Finger and Cola and stuff like that, I just thought, do you know what, I'll get rid of some of these. Sink a few of these. I've only brought two. I brought this and a little stubby one. But yeah, should be good once weather gets nicer. I'm hoping, like I said, fingers crossed, if I can get to that Pride Rock area and get a nice little camp set up there, hopefully, fingers crossed, with this kind of weather, be perfect that. Absolutely perfect. Because like now, I don't know if you can hear it, it's quite windy. So it's nippy with wind, that wind chill. When there's no wind, it's absolutely boiling, really. I'll be honest with you, you can feel that it's about 10, maybe 12 degrees. But as soon as wind comes, it's like, dear me. So that should make it worthwhile tonight in a hot tent. Because if this wind keeps up, as it gets cooler tonight, it said it could be 0, so with wind chill it'll probably be less. So I'll be all cosy in there, in my little den, stove flickering away and a film on. That's what it's all about. Honestly, it's literally just an excuse for us to act like man-child again, innit? Act like kids again. Making dens and chilling out and being left alone. it's all about just being left alone in peace and quiet, so you can reset your mind. Everything gets too much sometimes, doesn't it? People talking, cars, horns going off. Yeah. It's nice to just come out and reset and go back and be like, don't want to do anyone any damage anymore. Clear the old mind. Anyway, I'm going to sit here, relax with this a little bit. I'll bring you guys back when it's time for tea. So we've got the pan on now with some oil in it, just warming it through. So then I can put my bloody mincemeat in. And I've got my taco seasoning, Tesco's own, and I have some guacamole and some sour cream. It is a bit more of a down and dirty meal this time, as opposed to having all the shebang just thrown in. I've got my wraps out, but it should still be just as good. I think I'll do it next time when I go all out. What I do want to make in woods is some nachos at some point. I think that'll be a nice one to do in woods. Right, that's cracked open. So let's start getting this in here. There's going to be a lot of mincemeat here for one person. I've only got 4 little wraps. Yes. Yes, baby. Just a case of breaking it all up, innit? It's a pan full of meat, is that, innit? Dear me, that is a lot for one person. I might end up having to just eat some of this just with a spoon. Well, spork, won't I? Yeah, won't knock it. I'll still do it. I'll eat it. I'm not bothered. Right. Let's get a bit of seasoning on. I'm just going to use the full pack because I've got a full pack of mince, so it is what it is. Just give it plenty of flavour. Still some in there. Still some in there, honestly. There we go. And I probably will just add a little bit more oil just on top of it. So I've ended up coming inside tent because it was just getting a bit too breezy. I mean, it is literally just a breeze. It's not even windy, but it's just blowing it too much. Yeah, I could have brought a wind guard, but got a tent, so we improvise, don't we? So I'd say that's cooked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the mince in my bush pot. Turn that off a minute, conserve a bit more gas. So we'll put the mince in the bush pot so that we can build our tacos. It's going to be some funky tasting brews in it later on. Some taco flavoured brews. Right, so let's get all this residue off. It's from all flavouring it. Taco stuff that I put on. Right, it's making my mouth water, is this? So we've got that there. So what we'll do is we'll put the lid on, keep that warm. So we've got these. So what I'll do is, better doing it like this, what? Oh, look at that. You'd think I knew what I were doing, wouldn't you? Think I knew what I were doing. I ain't a Scooby-Doo. Honestly. You're probably going to see now I ain't a clue what I'm doing. So we'll get this in pan. And we'll turn her back on. We'll give her a bit of a toast. And we'll see if we can do it right without it going everywhere. I've got 4 of these wraps, so yeah, so we'll see how we go. I probably won't fit 4 on that little diddy plate, but this is where it's going to be difficult. It's all going to want to fall out. Oh, it's looking tasty, is that in it? And then I'll put me guacamole and sour cream on. Like I say, I could have brought extras and stuff, to go in it, but I wanted to keep it relatively simple. I am missing a salsa de water. Schoolboy error. Look at them. 4 of them. So we'll get the guacamole. See how this goes now, this stage. Oh, looks lovely that, doesn't it? It doesn't matter if we're mixing these, because I'm going to use it all now anyway. So, sour cream. Want plenty on, don't we? That's the first, that's the second. So we're ready to rock and roll with the tacos, eh? Look at that. Just look at them. Fit for a king. That's going to end up with ring sting. Northern Monk, Faith. Oh. Cheers, guys. Right, let's give this a try. Oh, it's going to want to fall everywhere. Oh, it's dribbling. Look at that. Just dribbling. Said this before. Sometimes you just need to eat meat as it is. Yeah, I've put a bit of seasoning on, but there ain't a lot of like condiments on it, is there? There's not a lot of sauce. This is going to be a tidy up job this after, innit? Wolf it all down with spork. All it remains. Got guacamole and sour cream there. Sitting a spot is that. What's your favourite camping meal? What would be mine? I think my favourite camping meal, it has to be, it's an all-time great for everybody, burgers. But when you go to town, making them, when you go crazy with it, that's what I'll be doing next time, I think. Making next level burgers. I don't know. We'll have a think. I'll have a think on it. I've got a few little meal plan ideas. What's yours? What's your favourite camping meal? I know I've got a subscriber that likes making pizza. That'd be an interesting one to do. Definitely. Because you get stumped sometimes, like, what do I make? You know, it always ends up just meat, doesn't it? But what can I make? I've done a stir fry, done burgers, done tacos, done a BLT with mayo, the big boy one. Yeah. It can be quite difficult in woods without overcomplicating it. I'm really looking forward to tonight. I've been right giddy about it because last camp I did, it was quite chilly. And I was laid there, I remember laying there in sleeping bag as I'd just started warming up thinking, I cannot wait to do one last hot tent camp, because you can just be sat there out of your sleeping bag watching a film and you're not cold. It did drop, so I was wishing I had my hot tent. Well, not wishing, so to speak, it'd have been perfect. Bike water, hot tent. But I'll be honest, I got so cosy in sleeping bag, like too cosy. I just fell asleep watching my phone. Like, and I fell asleep quite early in that camp, I think. But see, that's the thing. So I fell asleep early because I got cosier in my bed, rather than when I'm in hot tent, I'm up later because I just sit there watching my phone and chilling out, eating utter garbage. So yeah. So I'm gonna wolf these bad boys down. So I've got a nice full tummy, and I'll bring you guys back. So I finished my food and I'm full. I couldn't even finish it, honestly. Far too much. Far too much. I nearly overindulged in it. I was eating it and my stomach was just hurting. So I just called it quits. I tapped out. I'm just going to have a cheeky vape. You can see in distance all sky's gone like a pink. It's beautiful. It's times like this where I do wish I was somewhere with a bit more of a view. So that's what I'm going to be aiming for this summer. Yeah, it looks lovely. That golden hour. Right at the top of a mountain, golden hour. Yes. You know. Yeah, I'm just chilling out now. Let my food settle. Slowly start to get dark and then we can just get a brew on, get a film on, chill out. That's what it's all about, guys. That's what it's all about. It's a competition of who's the most chilled. And I win. Although I bet some of yous are either ligged on your sofa with a blanket on, either watching it on your phone or TV, or maybe even in bed. But I tell you what, it's that, innit? It's that makes it with hot tenting. The stove. Like, that's taking the chill out of air now. Even with door wide open. It's just what it needed. Like, you could probably sleep with door open with that going tonight, because it's not overly cold. Although I did check the weather app, and it did say, what was it? -1. I don't know what it'll feel like because that will change with the wind, but it said it's going to get to lows of -1 tonight. So there you go. So it got to about 12 degrees today, and then tonight -1. Like, kind of weather is this? Kind of weather is it? Absolutely bonkers, isn't it? Crazy times. Right, I'll bring you guys back when it's a little bit darker and we're getting ready to chill out. Morning everyone, and cheers. Oh, it were a cold one last night. Dropped to -2, and that's in springtime. I could tell though, because there were no clouds in the sky, I thought it's going to get a lot colder tonight than what they said. And it got dangerous last night because I was laid on top of my sleeping bag in just my boxers with the stove raging, and my eyes were like lead weights in eyelids. I was just like, oh. So I thought I better get in sleeping bag, because you know yourself, if there's no stove there, it's cold. And also, I was trying to get some footage last night of an eagle, but I couldn't manage to get it. It kept just like disappearing over the woods. So it was like out here, just sort of hovering. You could tell it feared no one. It was just hovering everywhere, and then it kept going over the tops of the woods and just hovering and going back out. It wasn't even trying to fly. It was just that big and that strong. It just held itself up somehow. It was just gliding. Yeah. I mean, if I can get some this morning, I'll get some footage, but it might not be about. It were a beast. So I didn't bring breakfast this morning. I'm going to get it when I get home. Yeah, I'll get some when I get home. And I won't bore you guys with the pack-up process. Yeah, it's just, I'm not looking forward to it. I never do. It's the worst bit, it honestly is. The dreaded pack-up. What did you guys think at sunrise this morning? I know you only just sort of got a glimpse of it, but when I woke up, it was just pink in tent. And I'm thinking, whoa, I think that's what woke me up. So when I come out and had a look, I was like, that is mint. Considering I'm in such a dense forest, I could see it just nicely. Yeah. Well, I've got some good camps planned, so it should work out quite well. Coming towards summer now. But with that said, this is probably the best time to end this video. End it on a high. So if you like the content, give it a big thumbs up from me, guys. It does help the channel. If you're not already subscribed, consider hitting the subscribe button, and don't forget, hit the bell end notification, and then you'll be notified when a video does drop. And until next time, peace.